Hi all, I'm Azure and welcome back to the Heart Headlines, where today we're going to be talking about the upcoming Kingdom Hearts Deep Dive panel at D23 on the 15th of August, which is very rapidly approaching us, which means we could be very close to getting our next look at Kingdom Hearts 4. Almost 2 months to the day from the last trailer that we got at the Nintendo Direct in June, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves and let's get started. First, I want to talk about the panel itself. As we know, this panel is going to be an hour long and will be held in the D23 backlot stage, which holds roughly 1200 people. So it's not their biggest stage, but it's still like a respectable amount of attendees. And also, I think that this is a sign that whatever's going to be shown there, whether it's, concept stuff or just like behind the scenes dev stuff, even Kingdom Hearts 4, I don't think it's going to be behind closed doors. Because if you remember back to 2014, there was a launch event for the PS3 version of Kingdom Hearts 2.5, where a very, very small group of people, probably around about 100 to 120 people max, as you can see from this theater here, it probably looks like it holds no more than that, were invited to this event where they showed some 2.5 stuff. They showed a trailer, they had Shinji Hashimoto, when he still was involved in the Kingdom Hearts process, come out and talk to the attendees about 2.5, but then they also had Nomura himself come out to talk about details regarding Kingdom Hearts 3, as well as show some concept art of this thing known as Cabletown. People at the event described Cabletown as showing a room with a chessboard where Sora was in that room, as well as having these islands connected by chains, which we know today is called Scala ad Caelum, which means they were shown early concepts of Scala ad Caelum. But the key, however, isn't what was shown, it's the fact that publicly, to this day, we have never seen this concept art. We've had some, fan art renditions of what was shown that day, one of the most famous of which being by Zephyr, which you'll see on the screen. That's their rendition of what they saw that day. But the fact that we haven't seen it is incredibly insane because, we are, 7 years removed from Kingdom Hearts 3 and we still haven't seen it. So with such a small pool of attendees being at this event, it would be very easy for Square and Disney to police recording of the event. People taking pictures, people taking videos. The fact that we still haven't to this day seen anything from this event is proof that they, policed it very well. But the D23 Deep Dive panel, being 1200 people, 1200 people, that amount of people is physically impossible to police. Someone will either record it or live stream it or take pictures or live tweet. Someone's going to do that. And, there's some, people going, my good friend Prodigy XCD's going there, as well as big content creators like Siralum1 or Limitform. They're going to both be in attendance at the event as well. So I'm sure we're going to hear something regarding the event no matter what. But now I'd like to talk about the contents of the panel. Like I previously mentioned, it's an hour-long show, and it's going to include talks about the history of Kingdom Hearts from the developers, creatives, and voice actors. In terms of people we can expect to see here, I think Nomura is a no-show. I think the man is simply just way too busy to attend this event. He's directing Kingdom Hearts 4, he's co-directing Final Fantasy VII Revelation, and now he's helping with art supervision on Final Fantasy XIV Evercold's 8-man Raid series collab with Final Fantasy VII Remake beyond the livestream. So I think it's, clear he's way too busy to be in attendance, physically at least. I do not think it's a massive stretch to say that he may have a video ready for us at the event, where he talks about the series and briefly mentions how Kingdom Hearts 4 development is going, before potentially, segueing into a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, which we will talk about in just a moment. I think it's a little bit more likely that we see Tai Yasui at this event, as for the longest time he's been Nomura's second in command as co-director of the Kingdom Hearts series, and for a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3's marketing cycle, he was the guy that we saw the most. So I think there's a very good chance we see him here. I also think there's a very good chance that we see Yoko Shimomura, the composer of the Kingdom Hearts series, as we know that she confirmed she is currently working on composing the soundtrack for Kingdom Hearts 4, as in an interview with IGN in March 2024, she said that she is knee-deep working on Kingdom Hearts 4 at the minute, but I'm sure she's probably been composing tracks for way longer than that. And I think this could be an opportunity for her to come on and tell us how working on Kingdom Hearts is in general, how working on the series has helped her, develop as a composer, and potentially maybe giving us a little sneak peek at how her work in Kingdom Hearts 4 is going. I think that could be very cool to see. As far as voice actors being present for the panel go, I think it would be really cool to get to hear from Haley Joel Osment, David Gallagher, and Alison Stoner, the voice actors for Sora, Riku, and Kairi, and how their journeys have gone, with Haley and David being here since day one. And even it would be interesting to hear how Alison feels about taking up the mantle of Kairi, because Hayden Panettiere is a very, very beloved voice actor, and she was taken off in 0.2 in favour of Alison Stoner. So I think it would maybe be interesting to hear how Alison has coped with that, because I think personally she's been a fantastic voice. There's reasons why Hayden was taken off the role, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but there are reasons why she was taken off. And I think Alison has done a fantastic job, not emulating her, but giving her own spin on Kairi. However, an even more interesting thing I think could potentially happen is they bring out Haley for Sora, but they also bring out Ben Diskin for young Xehanort, or I guess just Xehanort now, as well as the new voice for Strelitzia. I think it'd be really cool if they showed a trailer midway through the panel and they brought out the new voice actor for Strelitzia alongside Sora and Xehanort, who seem to be, part of this new trio. I guess we haven't seen them together as a trio, but I think it's fair to say we could see them as a trio. But I think that would be really cool to see, and we'll get to have an insight on Strelitzia's voice actor and how they feel about coming into the Kingdom Hearts series. I think that would be really, really cool to see. But there is also the possibility that they will just bring out someone like Miyu Arino, which is the voice actor for Sora in Japan. Like, that would be fine, I guess, but I don't see them bringing a Japanese voice actor to a panel where at least, 98% of the attendance has played the games in English. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think they'll definitely bring out English voice actors for this panel. Now, what to expect from the actual panel's contents itself, I really don't know. They've been incredibly vague about it. They haven't announced anything since the original announcement. By the time of recording this video, we still don't know if this panel is going to be live streamed. But I'm sure if it's announced, that it's being streamed, you'll likely have already seen a video from me talking about it. So if that's not the case, then I think there's a very low chance for it being live streamed, as Kingdom Hearts at D23 has never really had precedence for being live streamed, because it's normally part of the general gaming panels. For example, we had to wait till after the D23 Expo events for both 2017 and 2018 for the Toy Box and Monstropolis trailers respectively. Editing Azure here, just want to quickly jump in and say that the D23 Expo in 2017 did actually have a live stream. I totally forgot about that, but the D23 2018 Expo did not have a live stream. So I was right about that, but I just wanted to quickly clarify that because I know that people will be confused if I, don't clarify it. But with that said, let's go back into the video. So I'm very much expecting the case to be the same here, which is a shame because it would be really cool for the fandom to get to experience this together given the circumstances. But I think that it's more than likely we'll get an event recap video or something kind of similar in nature to the 20th anniversary event, which also got a recap not long after the event. But there is one thing I'm sure will definitely be released right after the event. Yep, I'm talking about you. Get over here. We're addressing the elephant in the room. We're talking about a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Yes, we all want it. We all expect it, I think, is the main thing here. Now, what do I think? I think we should be getting a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer here. Now, let's go over why. First off, going back to the trailer we got in June's Nintendo Direct, the trailer is specifically titled as a teaser trailer, which usually means it's teasing something bigger. And honestly, with the way this trailer is shot, specifically when it's showing, Sigurd, Valley, Luxord, Xehanort, Lucio, etc., it feels to me like it's snippets of a larger trailer. Like it's just showing you enough to be a tease, but not enough to reveal anything. Not only that, but there's plenty I've already talked about in my initial video covering this announcement, as well as the Road to the 25th Anniversary video that I did a while back. And while I'm not going to repeat myself, you can get the details in those videos if you really want it. But to boil it down, yes, I do believe we're getting a trailer here, and it's most likely going to be at the end of the panel, almost like a for your support, here's a trailer type deal. Like I said, with Nomura's video, it's likely going to be after something like that. In terms of the contents of the trailer, that's a whole different kettle of fish entirely because it could literally be anything, but I do have my own thoughts, and it is this. First off, I think without a shadow of a doubt, 100%, Star Wars is finally going to officially be revealed. Of course, we know about the mythical ATST foot from the 2022 trailer that has been at the forefront of Kingdom Hearts 4 world discussion videos for years at this point. But I think, potentially, of all the worlds they could ever reveal, Star Wars is the world that's going to make the most monumental splash for Kingdom Hearts here. Kind of similarly to how Toy Story was a world that really brought Kingdom Hearts into the mainstream eye, I think Star Wars is going to be the same for Kingdom Hearts 4 here. But also, potentially, Moana, another massive world that could make a splash here. It's at the very tippy top of that list of worlds that could really make an impact with Kingdom Hearts 4, so I think Moana could happen, but I think Star Wars is probably more likely to happen because we know that it's real and is actually happening. I believe that we'll be getting full versions of the snippets that I mentioned before, meaning we will actually get some real indication of where this story is headed, which I honestly think we need. I've been really fiending thinking about Kingdom Hearts 4 story, and the missing link leak that we got certainly did not help with that at all. Next, I believe it's finally time for us to hear what Shimamura has been working on. Look, I love Reality in the Dark. I think it's a fantastic blend of Kingdom Hearts and Shimamura's more Final Fantasy 15 style tracks, but I think it's overstayed its welcome. They used it in both the first two trailers, and it very much risks being the Rage Awakened of Kingdom Hearts 4 if they use it again, which they used Rage Awakened a lot during Kingdom Hearts 3. So I would very much like to hear what she's working on, and potentially Takaharu Ishimoto, her co-composer, who has been composing for Kingdom Hearts for a very long time now. They've been working on the series since Kingdom Hearts 2, but they've been composing on the series since Birth by Sleep. Of course, they made Enter the Darkness, which is very, very iconic. It's Vanitas' theme, and they also composed The World Ends With You and Neo The World Ends With You. So they've been working on a lot of stuff, and I am really looking forward to hearing what they've got for Kingdom Hearts 4. I also believe we're going to get our first snippet of King Mickey gameplay. As we know, he's been confirmed to be playable since May 2025, however that's all we know. I think we're potentially going to be getting our first real look at what Mickey's going to be getting up to in Scarlet Asylum here. I think something that is really going to throw people for a loop is the fact that I believe this trailer will be English voiced. I am so convinced that this trailer is going to be in English, which will surprise people because we only heard English voice acting when we were less than a year out from the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, with our first English trailer being the Frozen trailer at E3 2018. But I think this would be really cool. I've been really thinking a lot about who my fan cast would be for characters like Sigurd or Strelitzia or Valley. So if you want to, hear my thoughts about that, about the fan cast for Kingdom Hearts 4, let me know down below and we can talk about that. We know that, or at the very least we have suspected that English dub work has been happening for Kingdom Hearts 4 for quite some time now, whether it's, unproven claims or James Woods just not shutting the fuck up on Twitter. Regardless, we know things are moving behind the scenes. To what extent they're moving, we don't know, but the main thing is we know that they are moving. If you don't know, English dubbing, historically speaking at least, has normally been one of the last things that they work on in a Kingdom Hearts game, so if Kingdom Hearts 4 has English voice acting already, then that may signal that we're on the final road to the game's release, right? The release being 2028, the release window that is at least. I believe that we'll be getting a release window tease here, and we're going to be getting a more solidified date at the 25th anniversary event in March/April next year. I don't think we're going to be quite getting that 2027 release that a lot of people want. I think even late 2027 being, November, December time is perhaps still a little too early, and that January or February 2028 window feels a little more likely. But, I've been surprised before, so if it releases in 2027, I will sure as hell take it. I'm unsure what the big end of trailer stinger is going to be, like the anti-Aqua reveal at the end of the Frozen trailer, but there's honestly that many potential characters in this game, with people like Valley and Sigurd, characters who, at least in Valley's case, we presume dead, so seeing dead people walking in Quadratum opens up the possibilities to tons of characters that could potentially appear now, being like the entire dead cast of Dark Road, Ericus, potentially everyone from Missing Link, because we have no idea what happened to those characters. But hey, Sigurd's here, so I guess something happened, so maybe we'll see Brain? I don't know. It's going to be super interesting to see what we get in a trailer here, because the next one, I believe, is going to be at least like 3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes is what I'm expecting. Hell will freeze over if we don't get a trailer here, so I don't even want to entertain the concept of that happening. The devil will shiver when the Kingdom Hearts community marches on Twitter if that happens. But let me know what you guys think. Will Kingdom Hearts 4 appear at this event? What are your expectations for the event overall? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye for now, and may your heart be your guiding key.